They're here. Who are they?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 supernatural heartthrobs in movies.
Okay, here we go. Don't be creepy, don't be creepy, don't be creepy.
For this list, we're looking at those paranormal, mystical, and/or superhuman heroes and baddies that we just can't stop obsessing about. Which fictional character is your perfect paranormal paramour? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Number 10. Michael Corvin, the Underworld franchise. Unbeknownst to him, Michael is the descendant of the world's first immortal. When he gets bitten by a werewolf, then a vampire, he becomes a super powerful hybrid of the two species.
Everything's changed. I probably need just a minute to make it all fit in my head. It's a lot to process all at once.
Thrust into a dangerous new world, he has only the beautiful and ancient vampire Selene to help him. Selene has made it her life's work to kill lichens, but when she gets a look at those fangs, who can blame her for falling head over black leather boots?
They kill you too just for helping me.
I know.
And Michael isn't just a hot monster. Because he trained as a doctor, his first instinct is to help people, meaning he's both good-looking and good-hearted.
Give me your hand. Jesus Christ.
There's really no need.
I'll be right back.
Number 9. Chase Collins, The Covenant.
Ooh, witchy. Oops, wait. Did I just say witch?
Before he was best friends with Captain America, Sebastian Stan was palling around with warlocks. When the high school senior transfers to a fancy Massachusetts school, the students take to him immediately, thinking he's just one of the guys. But it turns out, he is the most powerful warlock of all.
You hurt Kate and I'll kill you.
Hurt her? I only use her to get to you.
It's you that I'm gonna hurt.
When strange things start happening to the other students, the magical sons of Ipswich set out to stop him, including 2 more young actors destined to be future superheroes. The boys' Chase Crawford gets to keep his feet dry in his role as Tyler Sims, and fellow Marvel alum Taylor Kitsch plays the impulsive Pogue Perry. Who knew that campy teen horror could be a stepping stone to superhero stardom?
Okay, I'm a little impressed. Not bad.
Number 8. David Powers, The Lost Boys. The California beach town of Santa Carla has a vampire problem. And after Michael Emerson moves there with his family, he gets sucked in by the wrong crowd. Pun intended.
Michael, over here. Come on, Michael. You don't want to miss this.
Kiefer Sutherland plays the magnetic David, the leader of a young biker gang who turn out to be creatures of the night. Despite the dangers, Michael can't keep himself away. And hey, we get it.
Drink some of this, Michael. Be one of us.
After David convinces Michael to drink a suspicious red liquid, Michael finds himself avoiding sunlight and craving blood. Although Michael is pretty easy on the eyes himself, David is the one who wins our hearts. The mullet never looked so good.
You don't have to beat me, Michael. You just have to try and keep up.
Number 7. R. Warm Bodies. Speaking of heartthrobs, ours, well, doesn't.
I don't want to be this way. I'm lonely. I'm lost. I mean, I'm literally lost. I've never been in this part of the airport before.
In this post-zombie apocalypse retelling of Romeo and Juliet, the romantic pair are not from rival families. Nicholas Holt's character is actually undead. But when he meets the girl of his dreams, he finds himself becoming a bit more human every day.
I actually missed you.
Me too.
It's funny, you feel warmer than I remember.
Unlike Shakespeare's star-crossed lovers, Julie's love literally brings R back to life, with a little help from a makeover. And for a zombie, you gotta admit he cleans up pretty well.
Hold up. You look hot.
These 2 crazy kids are living proof that love really can conquer all. Number 6. Henry DeTamble, The Time Traveler's Wife. Imagine knowing who your soulmate is years before you meet for the first time. That's exactly what happens to Claire Apsher in this time-hopping love story.
You told me this would happen.
And I'm supposed to act normal, but I'm not really acting very normal.
Eric Ben as Henry has a genetic disorder that causes him to jump through time. Unfortunately, he can't control his jumps. And to make matters worse, his clothes don't travel with him. Naturally, this results in some complicated situations, like when Henry's younger self time travels right before their wedding and his older self returns to take his place.
What the hell?
Don't swear. We're getting married.
The relationship comes with more hardships than most, but Henry always manages to find his way back to Claire. No wonder she's had a crush on him since she was a little girl.
You were just kind of my perfect guy.
Number 5, John Constantine. Constantine.
I know I'm one of your favorites. I'm not even welcome in your house. But I could use a little attention.
This jaded, chain-smoking exorcist was gifted, cursed, with the ability to see demons, as well as other supernatural entities. And he spent his life sending them back to hell in an attempt to buy his way into heaven.
That alone should guarantee my
How
entry.
many times have I told you? That's not the way this works.
Hot off the Matrix trilogy, Keanu Reeves is his usual stoic self, punching demons in the face without so much as a flinch. When he learns of a plot to unleash hell on Earth, he'll face down legions of evil and Lucifer himself to stop it.
Go to hell.
Whether he's fighting agents, hitmen, or Satan's minions, we never get tired of watching Keanu kick butt and look smooth doing it. Number 4, Count Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula. There's always been something kinda sexy about Dracula, and Gary Oldman's love-struck Count might be the sexiest one of all, at least in one of his forms. In Francis Ford Coppola's version of the tale, Mina Murray is a dead ringer for Vlad's lost love, who died over 400 years ago.
I know you. I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
When he spots Mina on the streets of London, he cannot keep himself away. Although she's engaged to Keanu Reeves' Jonathan Harker, she can't resist his charms either.
You are my love and my life always.
After remembering her previous life as his wife Elisabetta, Mina is willing to overlook Dracula's more monstrous acts, such as turning her best friend Lucy into a vampire. Through her eyes, this version of Drac is more of a tragic romantic hero than movie monster.
I love you. Oh, God, forgive me. I do.
Number 3, Sam Wheat, Ghost. Vlad and Elisabetta aren't the only couple whose love transcends death.
It's amazing, Molly. The love inside. You take it with you.
After he's fatally shot by a mugger, Patrick Swayze's character Sam finds himself turned into a ghost with unfinished business on Earth. While doing some digging into the crime, Sam enlists the help of a medium named Oda Mae to warn his girlfriend Molly on his behalf.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
He also discovers that the murderer was actually working with his corrupt banking partner. Despite not having a physical body, Sam will stop at nothing to keep Molly safe. That is what we call devotion. And although he's not yet a ghost when it happens, we have to shout out one of the most iconic romantic scenes in movie history, the late-night pottery session.
Lonely riverside, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me.
Number 2, Edward Cullen, The Twilight Saga. Sparkly teenage vampires might not sound that hot, but when it's Robert Pattinson, it's a different story. When the perpetually young Edward meets 17-year-old Bella Swan, they begin a romance destined for eternity.
So that's what you dream about, becoming a monster.
I dream about being with you forever.
Together, they face down gangs of rival vampires, ultra-powerful newborns, the ancient Volturi, and high school prom. And what's better than having one supernatural stud fighting for your love? How about 2? After moving back to Forks, Bella reconnects with her childhood friend Jacob Black, who has, let's just say, filled out a bit.
No, it wouldn't seem so drastic if we hung out more.
Because vampires and werewolves are natural enemies, the two end up competing for Bella's affection. But in the end, her heart always belonged to Edward.
Nobody's ever loved anybody as much as I love you.
There's one exception.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Louis de Pointe-du-Lac, Interview with the Vampire. There's just something about vampires. And when that vampire is played by a young Brad Pitt, we can't help but be mesmerized.
You find us beautiful, magical, our white skin, our fierce eyes.
This interview starts in the present day, where Louis tells his story to an incredulous reporter. Back in the 1790s, Louis was converted to vampirism by Lestat, played by Tom Cruise at the height of his powers.
There's nothing in this world now that doesn't hold some
Fascination.
Yes.
Having lived for over 2 centuries, Louis has seen it all: life, death, murder, and tragedy. After losing both his vampire companion and his adopted daughter Claudia, he becomes a melancholy loner. Whether he's draining the life from a beautiful young woman or brooding over his guilt after the fact, his sexual tension with just about everyone is off the charts.
You are beautiful, my friend. Lestat must have wept when he made you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.